welcome to your Week 5 recap. It is Wednesday, October 12th, 2016. It's about 2 p.m. right now. We're a day late. It was a rough day yesterday, rough weekend. But we're here now, so let's get right into it with our Week 5 recap. We'll start off with our games, as we always do. In our first game this week, it was McAllen taking on Sokol. McAllen put up about 121 points to Sokol's 94. Johnny was in last place in points this week. Failed to break the 100, obviously. Really, his only decent performer was the Bills' defense taking on the Rams, and Devontae Freeman taking on the Broncos. On McAllen's side, decent day. Not great. Only had 5 guys in double digits. He was led by quarterback Sam Bradford, put up 22.6 points. Next up, we had league-leading Connor taking on league bottom feeder Camacho. And no surprise here, Coyle won 164 to 129. Connor had huge production from T.Y. Hilton, as well as Andrew Luck. And Carlos Hyde, David Johnson, his running backs did pretty well themselves. Walter's side, not terrible, not great. Really didn't have anybody in the middle here. It was either very good performances or very little from his players. He was led by Mariota, had 36 points. That followed up by Jeremy Curley, a little bit of a surprise with 21 points for the 49ers. Our next game is Cole taking on Patrick Troy. Cole snuck this one out, 162 to 153. He was led by quarterback Phillip Rivers, put up 35, as well as quarterback Derek Carr, put up 29. Decent production from Larry Fitz, as well as the Cardinals defense. On Patrick's side, not bad, put up 153, would have done pretty well against most other teams. He was led by quarterback Andy Dalton and running back Theo Riddick, who had a nice day for the Lions. And the Vikings defense, again, put up 20 points for him, so that's pretty good. Our next game is McGrath taking on Jensen. This one really came down to the wire on Monday Night Football. Jensen and I got on the plane from Milwaukee with the game still going on, and we really didn't know who was going to win. But McGrath pulls it out in large part thanks to Greg Olson, who had 25 points for him on Monday night. He also had Brian Hoyer, had 30 points for him for the Bears. And where's the other one I want to talk about? Travis Benjamin had 16 for the Chargers. On Jensen's side, finally got Tom Brady back, and he didn't disappoint, put up 38.6 points. That really helped Jensen almost pull out the win on this one. A couple other guys, 19-18, but nothing too crazy other than Brady. Next up, we had myself losing to Ryan McAllen, 151 to 190. Ryan had pretty decent production throughout. Sammy Coates and Ezekiel Elliott both broke the 30 mark, while Stafford and Garrett put up about 21 and 24 points together. On my side, not great, not terrible production. Again, it was either very high or very low, nothing in the middle. Jordan Howard put up 26, Brandon Marshall 24, Le'Veon Bell 19, Carson Wentz 20. So decent day, but not nearly what I wanted, not the outcome I wanted. Alright, in our final game of the week, we had Jack Murray taking on TJ O'Brien. TJ won this one by about 20 points. He was led by Big Ben Roethlisberger, put up 40 points for him. Martellus Bennett had 27 because he had like 3 touchdowns in the Patriots for a win this week. On Jack's side of the ball, not bad, not great. He had Amari Cooper put up 27 and Tyrell Williams put up 23 points for him. Josh Brown also lost him 0.4 points. Alright, let's get to our weekly accolades here in the YOLOFISH. First up, we have MVP. This week it's going to go to Big Ben Roethlisberger. 380 yards, 4 touchdowns, had a fumble, but still totals 40.2 points. Pretty impressive week for him. Alright, our 1-2 punch of the week is going to go to Cole Coyle's quarterbacks, Phillip Rivers and Derek Carr. They combined put up 64.4 points. By doing so, they had 6 touchdowns, 676 yards total. Pretty decent day for them, really pushed them over the top in the win over Patrick. Alright, for our double dip of the week, we're going to go to Connor's quarterback Andrew Luck and wide receiver T.Y. Hilton. Together, they combined for about 68.3 points. Quarterback Andrew Luck finished with 322 yards and 2 touchdowns. Of those, 171 yards and a touchdown, as well as 10 receptions went to wide receiver T.Y. Hilton. Really, again, pushed Connor over the top to beat Walter. All right, let's get to everybody's favorite segment of the week. It's power ranking time. So this week we had a few shifts in the middle, but the top, Connor Coyle, stayed exactly where he is, cruised to another victory. The bottom five, the Brooke Wild division, which is just terrible. This week's big adjustment, and you might notice, is that Jack didn't do so well, has lost 3 straight, has now dropped to 7th in power rankings. What this means for the league as a whole is that the first 6 spots in the power rankings all fall in the Katie Cummings division. The final 6 spots fall in the Brooke Wild division. Really shows you the lack of parity between the two divisions, as Katie Cummings is very good and Brooke Wild is terrible. Alright kids, well, that's all I got for this week. Look out tomorrow, possibly Friday though, for your week 6 preview. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, let me know. Other than that, that's all for now. Peace.